Hey guys, Saladbar here. Thank you so much for supporting the Drunk Core podcast. It really does mean the world to us that you're listening, commenting, engaging in discussions with us about the activity. And again, big thanks to LotHype.com for hosting the Drunk Core podcast. And if you haven't ordered Drumstick yet on LotHype, do it right now. Right now is the time to do it, because if you use the discount code DRUNK, you can save 10%. That's discount code DRUNK to save 10% on Drumstick. And be sure to share your different card combos on Facebook and Twitter. So many good combos. Now, on to this month's Drunk Core International podcast. It's just going to get worse. This is a two-parter, so don't forget to listen to the second half, because that's when the wheels fall off, even more so than usual. Thanks again, everybody. Enjoy.
The views and opinions expressed on this podcast are solely those of the original authors and other contributors.
Hey, that's us. These views and opinions do not necessarily represent those of LotHype, the LotHype staff, and or any contributors to this podcast.
Additionally, the views expressed herein do not necessarily represent Drum Corps International, any individual member corps, or any other organization.
Let's be honest, they certainly don't.
So grab a beer and a shot, take a seat, and let's start the show.
Maybe we shouldn't air that.
When are you gonna come teach these fuckers with the helmets how to scream?
I'll be right back with our pre-recording drinks.
Are we going to do shots too?
He's going to come in them, isn't he?
Are we going to get...
Words.
We're gonna do all the things.
Yeah, we do.
I'm just...
It's a podcast. This is happening. Good Lord.
Can I do Jim?
No.
It's Taka.
No.
I fucking hate vodka.
Well, darn.
I hate vodka so much.
Listeners, he doesn't mean that. He's
But anyway, it's for the brand!
Yeah. You get... Cut the fucking mic. You get on brand right now. You get the fuck on brand.
I don't have a problem.
Lee's back in
The
Saladbar.
two of you,
Oh gosh. Alright, so what do we
be
got?
steady. There's a pool sitting on top of it.
Of what?
Shut the fuck up!
Oh my god, he wasn't kidding. There is a pool up top.
Oh, God.
What the fuck is this?
Shut the fuck up!
Don't make me laugh!
No, seriously.
I'll tell you what it is!
I mean, you haven't.
Sit down.
You see, now I can't move to get out of your way. You fucked up.
You really painted us into a corner here, KG.
Paint you like one of my French girls. Alright,
Ew.
so this is called knocking my keg over.
Oh, that's a great name for it.
It's called de bomba. What you do is, I've already released the gas from the inside of the can.
Of course you have.
What you do is you just crack it, and you have to chug half of the beer.
Oh.
And it's amazing.
Alright.
Ready?
Hang on, whoa.
Are we recording?
Fuck.
Yes.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, because we had to
Lime,
stop because you
Tabasco,
weren't on
salt.
brand.
That's what
fuck.
it is.
So we release the pressure, so we crack her open.
Just crack it open and put it away.
Alright.
3, 2, 1, drunk core.
Can't get it. Oh. Ugh. Oh my god.
There's a bathroom right there!
Fuck, I forgot.
It's actually really good.
Oh
Jolly Green just threw up.
The San Antonio treat.
no! Oh
La Bamba? Was that what it's called?
I think so.
The Bomb?
I
no!
mean,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
paper towels are on the counter.
What?
Nothing.
Paper towels are on the counter.
Yeah, so's the puke.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
I've never
Not
had.
that bad.
No, it was actually pretty good.
That was pretty good.
I liked it. I'm a fan. I couldn't get it open.
Because he's a bitch.
Yeah, I've got these dainty office fingers. I'm surprised my wedding ring is still on.
Oh, boy.
Well, we killed him.
Yeah. By God!
Okay, I think the problem was the Tabasco.
Oh, that's right. These guys don't like spicy
That was
things.
fine until I tasted that.
You really are from the north.
Yep.
well, he has the
like, we keep saying it. Jack Russell Terrier.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he tastes Tabasco sauce, and he turns into a fountain of vomit.
It's all going in and out at the same velocity.
Cleaning all that.
So, for the dear listener,
We're sitting in this secure data studio.
It's all over the floor.
And to kind of... Oh, God!
my lord!
No, get those pants... you got vomit on your chin, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
We're gonna need to get his clothes in the...
I have an extra shirt.
Let's get
You can do a load of wash if you want to take those pants off.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
would be useful.
How do you do that?
All right, folks, so here's the deal.
And the sock.
Oh my
yeah.
god, it is all over the place.
A good buddy of mine who was a bartender.
Oh, it's even worse out here. Just stay in there till we can clean it up.
Yeah.
You know the scene
Deal.
from... You know the scene from Team America where Gary is just puking? That's what it was. God damn. So to paint our situation, we're standing in the secure data... We're sitting in the secure data studios.
Secure Data Studios!
And Jolly Green is...
Clean up your shit,
He's
Jolly
closest to the door in a camping chair. And we get through La Bomba. And just... I haven't seen him move that fast in a while.
Yeah. So a buddy of mine turned me on to the San Antonio treat, which is you take a Tecate and you crack it halfway, so it's not all the way open, but all the pressure's been released from the can.
Yeah.
And then you put a small pool of salt, lime juice, and Tabasco on top, and just put the beer away. And it's
I'll do another one of those.
You know what?
it's okay.
My lips are still burning.
It's good.
But it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It did make me need to shit really aggressively, though.
Why did you give this?
There's a lot of banh mi out here.
God damn.
We had Vietnamese food before recording the podcast. This is not going to... Well, it hasn't even gone well.
See, that's why I asked you what was in it.
I told...
No, you
After-
said don't worry.
you
about
wouldn't
it.
tell
worry
us.
about it, yeah.
Let me
It's a very
rewind
KG thing to say. Don't worry about it.
4 minutes ago when you were screaming, "Shut the fuck up!"
Jesus Christ. Well, I guess I'll finish the rest of this Tecate.
Yeah. By the time we're done with that, Johnny,
But it's
Spicy.
tasty because it takes all that shit and drops it into your beer. And
Yeah.
with these shitty Mexican beers, you can only really drink them with like salt and lime, or at least lime. I don't get the salt thing, so.
never gotten the salt thing.
Yeah.
And
Salt in
for
your beer.
people who are literally anywhere but Texas, dressing a beer is putting salt and lime on the beer. This is the only place I've ever seen it.
It's the stupidest thing.
Yeah, I hate it. But like a lime makes Dos Equis more drinkable for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Well,
That is the best position I've ever seen Jolly Green in, on his knees, like with paper towels
It's a good thing you got hardwood floors
yeah.
or a laminate floor.
and tile.
Yeah, very easy. You just do you have a squeegee?
We have a dog.
You have a dog.
Oh, poor ghost.
You know, but you know the kitchen squeegee I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All too well.
Drums Down Under says he'd feel bad for you, but your injuries are self-inflicted.
Yeah, probably.
I mean,
Probably.
I think I did this one actually.
yeah.
Yeah, this one could be my fault.
You did this.
You.
Oh, fuck.
To be fair,
He did ask. Well,
you know our friend.
Ghost is outside, didn't have to see that.
Yeah.
poor ghost dog.
All right, so we're sitting down in the Secure Data Studios. It is 6:15 Central on March 14th, and we're getting some messages from our good buddy Drums Down Under, and he's got a job interview going on at the time of this podcast. So when we're done, we'll probably get a couple of notes from him via Skype or something, or on a. We'll just get
On
some.
an ass.
Yeah, because he wasn't on the February podcast because he was busy moving across the continent.
February podcast was a.
Yeah.
Thank God we had that thing in the tank podcast.
Yeah. So we'll get into we'll get some notes from
So
our
the
good
way
buddy
we go,
Down
why
Under.
don't you go ahead and shut that box of thumbtacks?
Oh fuck! Why is this open?
Soundproofing.
Oh yeah, we just did that.
I was using it to soundproof the room.
That's good. I'm gonna. What is that? The French flag?
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a French lapel pin, French flag lapel pin in there, in their box of thumbtacks.
Box of pricks. Hey!
Hey, bum.
I'll stop doing that. I know it's infuriating.
That would have been great if I would have reached for, because my headphone bag is right here, I would have reached for it and spilled the box of thumbtacks on me.
It smells like a mortuary out there. Hand me that keg so I'll stop knocking it over and making a big boom-dum-dum-dum.
86 beer?
Never.
Diesel power keg.
He took the comforter off the wall as he was trying to get out.
Hey, my soundproofing that he put up.
How did he do that? Like, it wasn't anywhere. He must have. I don't know.
Ripped open the door. It was like, bleh.
Well, the door was already open. He did pinball in the door jam a little bit.
He lunged towards the bathroom only to push himself off the wall and away from it to get into the kitchen.
Well, you can turn on the garbage disposal in it if you throw up in the sink.
There's a toilet in the bathroom. This is a nice part of San Antonio where we have toilets in the bathrooms.
Jolly Green, we're going through the logic of your trajectory, I guess is the best way to put
I
it.
forgot the bathroom was right there.
I'm just going to leave the light on. I wouldn't worry about it.
Also
the fan.
I was probably, at that point, it was coming out, so I figured it would be better to drop it into the sink. And
told
if
you.
I drop it in the sink, it's going to clog.
Oh, not the kitchen sink, though.
You can run the garbage disposal.
Thank you!
It's not ideal.
I got to get back to my
Captain's
dang old
chair.
We just want it to not smell like a mortuary out there. Per the words of KG. I really have a hard time keeping all of our nicknames straight.
Why is that? There's only 4 of them. 5 of them if we include...
Yeah, I know, but it's like...
Mine's just what you call me all the time, which is kind of nice.
Okay, yeah, that is nice.
That one makes sense.
Mine is just my name.
Yeah.
And I did call Saladbar.
For a while, yeah. It's
For a while. But it's like, at this point, I don't know. I just have it... Especially Jolly Green. Like, I have a hard time remembering the nickname.
It's because we live together.com.
Well, I think it's funny
do not go to that website.
I think it's funny that
Yeah, we don't get any money.
we, or at least I, spend all this time trying to be anonymous on the podcast, only to take to my personal Facebook to say way more offensive and transgressive shit.
You really do.
To complete strangers on the internet.
You are an awful person.
They fucking deserve it.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I don't disagree.
I'm not wrong, I'm just an
I mean, they're
asshole.
internet people. Utah internet people.
Yeah. They're not. They don't count. Do you have the prep sheet?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
over here.
Right behind you.
Let's go ahead and
Because
seal that door up.
if I'm gonna do what I do best, that's to weave this drunken shit show in and out of traffic, I'm gonna need to see where I'm going.
Me too.
I love how there's baking soda right here, and I can see right here that it has 0 calories
Dude, that's awesome.
per serving size.
Oh, guys, you just fire up some baking soda? Be awesome.
I got bacon.
You want to hit that baking soda, guys?
Hope y'all had a great 3/11 day. I know I spent the day investigating and reflecting, so. Hashtag bird up.
A lot of dicks on this prep sheet.
Oh,
There, yeah.
you can thank my
There's
wife
a
and your girlfriend for that.
penis-heavy prep sheet.
There was
Oh, that one is veiny. That would...
Yeah, it's a veiny
They
triumphant
are
bastard.
robust, meaty cocks.
all right. Okay.
Okay, now that we've gotten all of that out of the way.
And out of our system.
And,
Literally. Jesus.
now that you're empty, we can begin.
Oh, good, I can stop at Buc-ee's on the way home.
Make sure that you get broadcasting from the secure data studios
All right.
roll off for the podcast.
That'll work.
Because I love that sign that I stole from someone at a car dealership
Yeah.
has become
It's a part of us.
Yeah.
the banner for the studio.
Broadcasting from the Secure Data Studios, San Antonio, Leon Valley, this is Drunk Core International Podcast episode. Yeah, it's not going to... What is it?
It's only going to get worse.
Thank you. It's just going to get worse.
Oh.
Worse, not worse.
Holy shit!
W-U-R-S.
There we go.
Worser.
You want to
Nope.
take a step back and try another run at that?
No. So this will probably be the only time we get together this year for an episode. Maybe San Antonio, something cool will happen. I don't know. We may or may not come down. I may or may not come down to San
that's
Antonio.
fair.
I'd love to, but I don't know.
Money.
Yeah, God.
It's not cheap to fly in and out of San Antonio.
No, I don't know if there's going to be enough money in the Cuba fund. So
And you also have a child.
I do.
You are with child.
I'm not with child.
Well, not at the moment.
I'm with a food baby.
Oh God, yeah.
We ate so much.
Oh, God. We'll get to it.
It's
As
just
much as we drank, we ate so much more.
I know. We went to Salt Lick yesterday. Big fan.
Yeah.
It was great. So
Big up Salt Lick.
Yeah. For this episode, it's just going to get worse, and we already started. The bar's set pretty low.
Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to go but up.
No one had a more inauspicious start since the Challenger. Ba-bum-ba-da.
He's not wrong.
This is the second time we had there was a Sally Ride joke a couple of
Her name
last night.
was Kristen McAuliffe, actually.
Yeah, Sally
Ride
one
lived.
actually lived.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're
Drums.
welcome.
I thought she was in Mrs. Doubtfire.
No, that's Sally Field.
Fields or Field?
Field.
Either
Field?
way, she fucks, dude.
Yeah.
What?
She's got it, man.
She had 3 kids.
The
So.
mom from Mrs. Doubtfire. That's who
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
Yeah.
3 kids.
Dude, I'd fuck the mom from Modern Family right
Oh.
now.
Which one? Claire?
Yeah, the
blonde?
one who was also in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, that's Claire.
Yeah.
It's Sophia Bowen.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a connection.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Did I just make a connection that you didn't already know? About
I don't
the
watch
movie?
Modern Family.
Oh.
Yeah, true.
Sorry.
But I.
Can I have some credit for this?
Yeah, you get
Yeah,
credit for
goddamn.
that.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
Tough room.
So we got a lot to talk about in this podcast. This is going to be a fun one. And we've got a lot of exciting things that we're going to get into. We're going to start a few things. Maybe
Drink a few things.
drink a few things.
Vomit a few things.
Vomit a few things. Maybe start a Twitter war or a...
Holy War.
whole-
Holy War.
Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah. Church versus state. It's great.
That is no.
We're not in Utah anymore, but it's still pretty close with this.
Yeah,
here in the
that's fair.
great state of Texas.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into what we do best. That's drink and talk drum corps. We are without our good buddy from Australia. We will probably get a soundbite from him later on. But before we do, let's go ahead and quick introduce the cast and characters. If this is your first time listening to Drunk Corps International Podcast, I am your host, Saladbar. To my right, my immediate right, is Jesus Christ.
Whoa! Did that
really-
catch?
That didn't sound for shit. Because it sounded for poop.
I'm not impressed.
Why?
I'm not impressed by the waveform.
Okay.
You've already ruined the outside of your clothes. Don't ruin the
You're in my
inside.
shorts, you motherfucker! You degenerate, sharding piece of shit!
This is how far I've fallen, ladies and
You're
gentlemen.
sharding in somebody else's shorts.
This is where Jolly Green is at right now. After just stuffing my vomit-covered clothes into KG's washer, he so graciously provided. I ran out to my car. I got a free shirt I got last night at Butt Stuff Bingo, which was a whole fucking thing we'll get into. And he gave me some shorts, and then I immediately come in and almost shit my fucking pants.
Oh God,
So yeah, it's been a day, an experience for me. I'll say that
that's
much.
good.
Yeah, for the lot of us.
Everything's coming up, Millhouse.
Everything's coming up. That's for sure.
Fuck off.
And there's drums on the rocks.
Yeah, hey, I'm here.
You're in the squeakiest ass chair.
I am so. I'm gonna try to keep my movements to a minimum, but I'm gonna forget, and then it's gonna squeak, and I'm gonna feel like a dickhead. But you'll live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bought it for like...
He also has
$15.
allergies, so he's gonna be like sneezing and sniffing the entire
Yeah,
fucking
if you
time.
hear sneezing and sniffing, it's totally me.
He's just
Because
And most likely me.
there are animals here, and I love KG's animals. But, allergies, so, fuck it.
Yeah, that's
whatever.
my life.
That's how we
Yeah.
roll. And
It's-
KG.
Welcome to the Secure Data Studios, folks.
Dude,
Secure Data Studios.
I love it. You want to
This
tell us how
place
it
where I
got the
come
name?
to track some trumpet and masturbate.
Ew.
Yeah.
So this
That's
is your...
where I track some trumpet and
Yeah, those aren't teal-colored lights; those are black lights right now.
Yeah. The whole room is just visible
It's
from
just
space.
glowing.
Yeah. It's like a scene from CSI.
Georgia Fox comes in here and immediately starts retching.
Yeah.
Nice drop.
Gil Grissom walks in. Man, I'm deaf.
I'm sorry.
Nick
what?
Stokes is in a box someplace.
Underground.
Oh, wait, is that Warren?
No, it was-
Warwick.
No,
Warwick died.
Warwick's dead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Spoiler alert
Oh,
for CSI.
sorry. Yeah.
Warwick
Yeah.
dies.
Warwick dies. Nick gets buried in a box. Grissom's deaf. Sarah leaves and then comes back.
Also,
and
Lawrence
is fucking
Fishburne. And Jelly, she's fucking Grissom, too.
Grissom.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then
yeah.
Lawrence Fitch.
You want to try that again?
Do you smell
Lawrence-
toast?
Lawrence Fishburne comes and is apparently a CSI for some reason.
That was
Well,
fun.
he
I like
learned.
that.
He knows Kung Fu. He was taught.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Ted Danson for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, he took over
I have not
after
been keeping
Fishburne.
up. Oh,
He needed
God.
something to do in between the 9th and 10th season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And then we forget, what was Marg Helgenberger's
Oh.
character's name? Willows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My word.
I love how every episode they're like, "Oh, you were a stripper, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." I
She's
was a
like,
stripper."
I'm more than just tits. And then immediately,
Low crop t-shirt.
yeah, I'm like, please.
In the desert.
I mean, costume designers, talk to the script writers so there's some continuity.
Get on board.
Yeah. Well, pick one or the other.
Yeah. So, I'm enjoying the Secure Data Studio. How did this name come to be?
Yes, this spare bedroom. I put some comforters on the wall.
It's quite secure.
Yeah. I stole this sign from a car dealership that I worked at and taped it on my door. there it's
securest
done.
container.
What do you think?
Someone asked Texas Law Hawk if that counts, if that's admissible.
No, you can't find him. He's doing wheelies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Statute of limitations is passed. It's fine.
So that's the Secure Data Studios.
Well, let's do what we do best. Let's do a shot of the Lord's drink.
We're going to open the door.
Raise them up high.
I fucking hate
Welcome to hell, fuckers. Only here in the Secure Data Studios.
Oh my god, it's so much better cold.
Yeah, that's why I froze it. It's still too warm.
You're not wrong. It's not bad. Actually, it's terrible, but it's not bad.
All right, so the first topic that we're going to get into
Okay.
is the trip recap so far. So,
I think you're all right.
you gonna be
There's
okay,
a
buddy?
can here. You get the can.
No. Then you have to wash it out. Just the toilet is right there.
I'll just go over my lap again. I'm not even wearing my
Oh,
own clothes
god
this
damn
time.
it.
Motherfucker.
So there's a lot of stuff to
You're
get
the
into
Jack
today's
Russell
pod.
Terrier
Yeah.
that like vomits in front of himself and is like, "Oh, hey, what's that? A free meal?"
Nom, 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 nom.
Uh,
It's going out as fast as it's coming in.
Pretty much.
Huh? Anyways, so the trip recap so far. Mrs. Saladbar and I took a trip to Denver to meet up with a radio buddy of mine, and then we flew out to San Antonio the other day, and we did a lot of stuff. The first night was Monday here. First we met up with you after your 17th
You got in
hour-
on what? Sunday night?
Sunday night after your
Yeah.
17-hour death shift.
Yeah, that was bad.
Met
It
up
was
with you.
just a chaotic brunch followed by a more chaotic dinner. I work at a restaurant that people are beginning to line up outside of for service now.
Wow.
That for sure. But I mean, it's good.
Yeah.
It's, money's coming in. They like what we're doing. But fuck, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So we did our first brunch on Sunday morning, and went right into dinner service. So what really happened was
So that was your first time ever at
doing
that
brunch.
restaurant. That was the restaurant's first time doing brunch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit.
And what happened was the night before, we're open till 11:30 p.m. for dining and reservations on Friday and Saturday. And so the last reservation was at
11:30.
11:30 p.m.
Oh,
God
nice.
damn it.
And they were in no rush to leave.
Oh, of course not.
So I get out of there about 2,
Because fuck
2:30.
you, that's why.
Yeah. And so I get out of there about 2:30 maybe. And I come home, and maybe we have listeners who work in the service industry as well. You get home late and you don't just crawl into bed. That's not the way it works.
You can't do it. Like,
Yeah.
you're too wired.
After anybody gets home from work, like, no one just crawls into bed, right?
No, because that's awful.
Yeah.
I've done it a couple times.
A couple of times.
Calm
sure.
down, salad bar.
Yeah. So, so I show up at 7 o'clock the next day, running on like maybe 2 hours of sleep. To do a 17-hour day of work. And then it's just fucking chaos the entire day. I was going to have Saladbar meet me at my favoriteest bar, Hills and Dales. Mm-hmm. And I went to Hills and Dales, and there was a line at last call.
What?
Or no, that was at Sunday night. I'm talking about Sunday night, my bad. There was a line across the street at 11:30. They stopped letting people into the bar at midnight.
At Hills and Dales?
They stopped. They wouldn't let anybody in.
That's fucked up.
Jesus.
So I went to this other bar, I had a few drinks, came home, and crashed as hard as I've ever crashed in my entire life.
Yeah, we wiped out pretty hard. We got home. We had a couple drinks at the Bend after we met up with you. Then we got home, got a pizza. It was a full soft rep.
Yeah.
Is what that was. And then
Soft.
so Monday rolls around.
It's not a 2-message rep.
No.
Fuck, what did we do Monday?
It's not a little bitterness
We
rep.
spent
guys-
most of the day at Hills.
That's
We spent most of the day at the bar we just left.
yeah, that's right. So that was a good day though. We played some giant beer pong. That was fun. And then Tuesday.
There were supposed to be some people who joined the podcast.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's part of the recap.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah, so we spent all Monday night trying to get a podcast going that these people are like, oh, I want to be on the podcast. Let's be on the podcast. Let me on your podcast. So we give them the opportunity to be on the podcast. And you know what they do?
They fucking bailed. And it's not the first time either. God damn it.
Yep.
We have gotten apocalyptically fucked up, and then they just start talking shit on the podcast. I'm like, why don't we just go back and record an episode? They're like, band directors, man.
Yeah.
That's the way the conversation goes.
Most people at TMEA hear it.
Oh, no. You use pseudonyms.
And the worst part is they don't even listen to it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to bitch at them like this again in person next time I see them.
No, this is funny because we can say anything we want about them.
Yeah.
I'm Lord Jesus Christ.
We tried that once, and now the Crossman's assistant core director doesn't like me very much.
Well,
We'll still have beers, but that's about it.
that's fine.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, worth it.
So that was
Anyways.
Monday night. Tuesday night, we roll up to Austin.
Tuesday afternoon.
Alston.
We started earlier in the day. We think about
Noon? You rolled in at 1.
Yeah.
1:30.
and about 2:30. About that, we went to a fantastic barbecue restaurant outside of Austin called Salt Lick
Oh,
Barbecue.
God. I had my life changed.
Okay,
Fuck.
so listeners who don't know anything about Austin or Salt Lick or barbecue.
Well,
Or if you live in New York.
yeah, Brooklyn.
oh,
You
fuck.
piece of shit.
Yeah,
Fuck your Brooklyn barbecue, bitch! Fuck your borough!
First of all, fuck you. Secondly, just do images.google.com, Salt Lick Austin. You'll see what we're talking about. You'll see the orgy of meats on a grill. That is, I'm sure.
Seriously.
A
I don't
veritable
even.
bucacalypse.
You can
Of meat
smell
juices.
the place literally a mile away.
I don't even need to do the Google search right now to know that the very first image that's going to pop up is a circular, like roasting pit,
Yeah.
full of meat.
Not a rotisserie, a pit.
Pit.
A pit.
With
It's a
sausage.
pit of meat.
It looks like something out of Conan the Barbarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really does.
You walk
it's a
in-
scene out of Mad Max. Except with less
Basically.
human body parts.
Less
Yeah.
skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Human skulls.
Yeah. Fewer
skulls.
human body
Yeah, fair.
parts.
That's fair.
So one of the highlights of Salt Lick was us leaving, and we got into a very vocal discussion about the Music Man.
Yes.
Holy
Oh my god.
That, yeah. Like, by the way, this place is bring your own beverages and whatnot. So
What do we do?
We brought two coolers
coolers.
worth. I tweeted a picture of one of them. That was one cooler.
I think at the place you tweeted, like you took a picture of both coolers side by side
yeah.
with all the stuff in
If I
them.
hadn't tweeted the picture out, I'll make sure that it gets up. But so we were fairly potted at this point. We had
Yeah.
a couple.
We're done. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was like, I think I should go.
Yeah.
So we're standing out at the fucking waiting
In the
area.
parking lot.
Yeah, parking lot. You know,
After we eat like 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds each of barbecue, potato salad, coleslaw, and baked beans.
yeah.
And bread.
And
My
oh
bread.
god, their bread is good.
Damn it, that bread was good.
We bought
I don't know where they get their bread, but it is delightful.
Jolly Green and I bought this all-you-can-eat barbecue thing, and
Yep.
like we got refilled, and the server was like, "Yeah." We were like, "Yes, bring more meats." They were aboard at the amount of meat that we shoved into our fucking gullet.
I was like, I was sweating. My scalp was tingling. Like it was a religious experience.
His
pretty
foreskin
good.
retracted.
I
doesn't
don't
have Foursquare.
Yeah, I know.
Not anymore, you don't.
Fuck off.
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Bucket of fish. So our Jolly Green goes into. First, we make a couple of Music Man jokes, and Jolly Green is like, "Are you serious? Are you for real right now? Because I will go into song and dance." And then he goes verbatim the
Harold
trouble.
Hill speech.
yeah.
You got
Like
trouble.
3-4 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was long.
So, like dancing, like choreography.
He committed.
I really commit when I become the Music Man, because I don't.
Yeah, it's not
I don't
you.
play him. I inhabit him.
Yeah.
He inhabits me. Is what happens there.
And
I don't do that half-assed.
He's the man inside
He
you.
was. Yes. He was.
I was
Hill.
Harold Hill.
And the bullshit part.
We're like Harold Trill.
Oh God, that was loud.
The bullshit part was not one applause.
No one appreciated it.
No, they
No.
don't appreciate faggotry on the Sabbath.
Oh God.
Not in Texas.
It was a
No.
Tuesday.
That is
Tuesday
a
is the
hail
Sabbath.
offense in Hayes County.
Some musical. My God. That'll bring the jazz folk.
With their marijuana cigarettes.
The devil's lettuce and whatnot.
And when we say that he broke into song and dance, we don't mean that he stood in place and pumped his arms
Oh,
and
no.
did the moves. No, he covered ground.
No,
Yeah,
I had
Kick steps and all.
the stage space in my head and really trying to do a lot of spatial work, really hit my blocking properly.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yes. There's no other words for it. It was
Transcendent.
perfection.
Yeah.
It was exactly what we needed at that moment, and KG is shoving a Taka shot at me.
Because you don't like vodka.
Oh, and by the
fucking
way,
hate
when we
vodka.
got done with that, it was only about 5 o'clock.
Yeah. We weren't
Oh.
there for very long. Were we?
No.
No,
4
it was.
o'clock maybe.
Yeah, it went by
guys-
fairly quick.
Honestly, it was early day.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
fairly early days. So we continued the party. We went back to mine and Drums on the Rocks apartment, hung out, played some Super Nintendo,
Yeah, like you
Good
did.
day. It was a good
screamed
day.
at it. I had to go to a meeting for something, and I met the gentleman at an Alamo Draft House during one of the finest pub events you can go to in Austin, Butt Stuff Bingo.
But
Yes.
stuff bingo.
Now,
So,
the conceit of Butt Stuff Bingo is that it's bingo, but, they ask you to do certain things, as you shout out, you like the first round, you get the bingo, they'll say the number and then you basically shout out the fictional character you want to have sex with.
Hermione Granger.
Ms. Frizzle.
Flo from Progressive.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, those were our
Even
answers.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah, these were our answers that we shouted.
Shia LaBeouf? Oh, you said the sister.
No, Shia LaBeouf from Holes, maybe.
Any
Because it's about
Too
holes.
pudgy. Ah!
Olivia Wilde from Tron Legacy.
Yeah, that was,
Olivia Wilde
that
from
was a good one.
Anything.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't really like her in Grey's Anatomy, but that's because I fucking
Really?
hate- I
She was in Grey's Anatomy?
No, you're thinking of
House.
House.
I like
It's the
that.
same
House.
show.
No.
No.
How dare you, motherfucker!
No. I'm sorry. House
Wow.
is
Don't even try to
delightful.
defend it.
House
I-
is way better than Grey's Anatomy
Okay.
because at least House has Hugh Laurie.
Yeah.
Faking an American accent
Roadhouse.
like perfectly.
He didn't
Like-
fake it as well as Idris Elba did in The Wire.
Do not care.
Okay, but he has a blues band.
Fucking Hugh Laurie.
Okay.
And
Is
his
his Elvis a
version
blues band?
of St. James
Hugh
Infirmary
Laurie.
is delightful.
I'm sorry. Are you done being triggered about my lack of knowledge?
You got the
Triggered
lib!
you.
Ah!
You
Gotta
trigger lib?
I am a lib that is triggered.
Okay, your lack of knowledge. This is the second time in one podcast I've corrected you about a movie connection.
Oh,
Which should never happen.
I just got done throwing up all over your kitchen. Cut me some slack.
It's a really nice excuse.
That's good.
Really
That's
good.
I
It's a
threw up
really
in your
good-
kitchen, so you need to cut me
So
some.
let's get it. Let's.
So Butt Stuff Bingo, basically. You yell shit like that, and then every round they play these little games in between them, and the winner gets to spin a wheel, and you win various sex toys. None of us got to go up there, except
was-
we didn't get a chance to win anything because there was an 11-inch vibrating cock called Thor.
we wanted.
We
There was-
really
we wanted,
wanted it.
Man, and there was a blow-up doll named Kim.
Kinky Kim.
Kinky Kim.
Would have
That
been
the
perfect.
Secure Dadia Studios deserved in this corner.
Yeah,
Yes,
next
yes.
to the Death Grips poster.
Is that what that is?
Yeah,
Because I
it's
just
the money
see some
store.
weird naked people.
Yeah, that's
It's the
a
money
Death
store.
Grips
It's good
poster.
shit.
I'm okay
If you're
with
wondering what's in the corner of my studio, go ahead and Google No Love Deep Web. Just hit images.
Okay.
Deep cuts. All
Turn safe search off. So we did that for a while, getting very, very, very drunk.
Big ups, Butt Stuff Bingo. First
Yeah.
of all, their hosts, Mason, Whitney, and Keith, are phenomenal. Even though Keith wasn't there, fuck you.
Yeah.
But like,
it's a No Love Deep Web.
Oh! Okay.
Wow.
oh, fuck. Yeah.
Anyways.
But they are phenomenal hosts, and it is a great time. And everyone who was there continued to talk about it for at least a day because it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And it was. This is during South by Southwest in Austin. The place was half as full as I have ever seen it be.
Because
on
no one...
Butt Stuff Bingo night.
People who live in Austin don't want to leave their houses right
Like
now.
9 o'clock, it is standing room only, and this past night, like 9 o'clock, there were still like front
Tables.
side tables.
Yeah.
Like it was really weird, but it was still super fun. And our friend Jolly Green got to be the volunteer for the end of the evening, which is the pants off dance off. So
Yes.
he was in the chair.
Oh, yes. I was
all
getting...
the contestants are doing lap dance.
I was danced all upon. It was a lovely time.
It was dank.
I almost broke. I feel like I almost broke my nose because
Yeah.
Several times.
Because he
I was
was
wearing a
eating
hat.
so much pussy on stage.
yeah, I was just killing it, man. What's the line from Veep? I'm just eating so much ass. I'm getting so much. I'm getting it so much. I'm just shitting clits right now.
Wow.
Oh,
That was the Jonah line.
why would you?
I don't know. He's supposed to be a bad character. I
Because
can't.
you're eating so much pussy, you're shitting clits.
That's still it's.
We know you don't actually eat the clit.
Yes, thank you. Can you push some glasses up your nose?
Well,
Actually, the clit doesn't make its way to your belly at any point during the
no, it's
pussy
a
eating
myth. Right? It
process.
doesn't actually exist.
No, that's the G spot. The G spot
Okay.
doesn't actually exist.
I saw the G spot. It was
It's on
center
the-
square.
yeah,
It
that was the
free
center
spot.
square.
It's on the bingo card. You fucking
and that's
idiot.
why it was there, because it's free. It doesn't actually exist. You just kind of imagine that it's there, and you mark it. That's fine.
But what they kept doing was people kept taking my hat off and like flipping it backwards on my head and then like pulling it. But somebody caught the bottom of the hat under my nose and just yanked it back, which hurt like fuck. Also, fucking Drums on the Rocks, I think, choked me with a belt.
He did choke you with
Well,
a
I definitely ripped off my belt like
It was-
a bondage porn star and wrapped it around him and like tried to choke him out with it. And then I just like grinded my dick up on him because, why not?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it was-
what
it
happens,
was-
man.
Drums on the Rocks did a
Great.
interpretive dance based on the works of David Carradine.
Wow.
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 God damn.
He wasn't wearing a Batman costume, though.
Okay.
Oh, I do.
Respect.
Oh,
So that was yesterday.
Your audition for Magic Mike was pretty good.
Yeah, that mixed with booty, 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 booty rocking everywhere.
It was good.
I was only wearing my boxer briefs and socks and shoes
Yeah.
at that point. No, I wasn't even wearing shoes because I kicked them off towards you so I could get my pants off easier.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was wearing Converse high tops. My pants were not coming off.
And then I they called up all the contestants to see who won, and they called me up, and pants were flung at me from our table.
Yes.
You got
I don't know who
boots.
threw. They nailed me in the face, and it was delightful.
Some real
and-
piece of shit.
Yeah, that's the motherfucker.
Real bad guy.
Bad hombre.
Bad guy.
Yeah, he's a bad hombre.
That's what Austin gets for being a sanctuary city. Just anybody can come in.
Build the wall.
Throw pan. We'll get to
Zach
the
Ashcroft.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Oh man, I thought we were saving that one.
Not in the Secure Data Studios.
We all went there immediately.
Wow, we got.
That's right.
Okay, let's. So that's been like 2 days worth, and then today happened.
What do we do today, guys?
Drank all day again.
Oh,
Well,
fuck. No, we went to our favorite watering hole.
We went back to Hills and Dales.
And we had
Delicious
Vietnamese food.
Delicious
Sings.
Vietnamese food.
How'd that go down?
How did it
Honestly,
taste the
that
second
was
time?
one of the best things I've ever eaten. I had pulled pork banh mi, and let me tell you, they prepared it so well that the color on the carrots looked just as vibrant on your kitchen floor as it did on the sandwich. The pickling process they used was amazing.
They don't fuck around at Sings, man.
No, man. They know
First
how to
time we
make
went to Hills was based on, like, in my head I was like, I can get them to go hang out at Hills all day if we can get some Sings. And then we got there, and Sings was fucking closed.
They're closed on Mondays. So
Yeah, closed on Mondays.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny to me because being from Salt Lake City, everything is shut down on Sunday because Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
Utah, the Marmons. But we get to San Antonio, and Sunday is a big weekend day. It's Saturday part 2,
Yeah.
and then everything is shut down on Monday to give the wait staff a day off. It's just so mind-boggling to me. That they're
Is
closed
that-
on a weekday?
No,
what the
yeah,
fuck's
so-
wrong with them?
Mondays
that,
and
like-
Tuesdays are the days that things shut down.
Yeah.
There's like it's the two schools of Sunday. Like you have the really hardcore folk. It's like I'm gonna go to church and nothing else. As soon as you go to church, you just go back home and you're there the rest of the day. And then you got like the party people who are like, I'm gonna go to church and I'm gonna get turned out. Like I just got my forgiveness for the week. Now I'm gonna get my freak on.
There's a lot of those down here.
Oh yeah, because they all turn up like at the restaurant I worked at. They would all turn up for Sunday brunch and start screaming at the wait staff that there was a 40-minute wait in one of the most popular breakfast spots in town, and it's been like that for 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
But it's news to them.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Anyways, so yeah, that's it's just different.
Yeah.
It's just not what
Yeah.
I'm used to. So it's just one of those like, huh. So we go there today, and oh my god, Sings did not disappoint.
Right.
That place was
Sings is the shit.
so good.
It was quite delightful. Had
So yeah.
a couple brews, sat around, fine weather.
Yeah.
Came back here.
Beautiful day. This is also like this is the first time I've been to San Antonio, and it wasn't
100 fucking degrees.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
like I'm like outside and I'm kind of cold. I'm gonna need a jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's beautiful, dude. San Antonio in the spring and late winter.
Yeah, there's like this like
beautiful.
month-long
Austin too.
month-long span of time where it's wonderful to live in Texas.
And
right
And
now.
everything else is just awful.
Yeah. Then all of a sudden you start frying and
It's progressively worse. And then drum corps comes to town, and we start drinking again.
That's implying that I stop ever.
Yeah.
Eh.
Well, first of all, you have to lose all that sweat weight.
Yeah, you have
So
to
that's
sweat
what
it all
you
out.
do at San Antonio is you
Yeah.
just sweat it all out.
Yeah, San Antonio was so hot and so aggressively like we were hurting ourselves.
yes.
That was bad.
So much so that at one point we walked back to your car to get something, and I was just standing in the shade with my fucking jug of Benchmark
Yeah.
and 3 bottles of water. And Rox looks over at me and was like, Cage, are you okay? Like,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to stand here and just drink. these
Occasionally.
things." Yeah.
Oh, fuck that Tecate.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead and get into topic the second. So it's March, not a lot's going on. There have been a couple of core announcements. The biggest one by far, what a
What are you
disappointment.
fucking... okay.
You fucked up his flow, asshole!
You threw off his groove!
I'm going to throw you out the window.
He's a professional!
Excuse me, you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
Are you okay?
Thank
Are
you.
you okay?
I'm
Can
okay.
you do
Okay.
okay?
So one of the biggest stories in the activity by far right now in March is the Madison Scouts and their female soloists. Let's dive into it.
Female!
Okay, so
It is important to note, for this segment, we understand that our podcast is 5 dudes, and we have not ever had a woman on our podcast. We get that. Like, we understand. That's kind of fucked up. We're sorry. We are trying to get people. The only problem is that we have less going on in our lives than most of the women that we know.
Right.
Like, they have real jobs and...
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we have
They can't get wasted on a weeknight like we can.
Yeah.
No, we have a group chat going on WhatsApp where we have one female. We have one woman on there,
Yeah.
and we have like we're married. We have girlfriends who have been.
Yes,
on our
we all have
podcast.
girlfriends. Very much so.
Settle down.
Just,
One of which has helpful input.
Yeah, we'll get into that podcast in a bit.
Oh, God.
That will be we're saving that. I've always
Yeah.
wanted to do this podcast, but we'll get to that closer towards
yeah,
all
we're-
days.
yeah, we're
It'll be
gonna
the
put that
preventative injury podcast.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
we get that we may not be the most
Diverse.
the most diverse group or the right people to talk about this in terms of what it means, but we're going to do our best because we like drum corps and drinking and
it's not because we are excluding people. It's just because this is who's convenient at the time.
Find a woman who wants to be on this.
Yeah, no,
Find a
that's
woman
fair.
who's willing to put up with me puking on somebody's floor immediately before
By the way,
recording.
they have not come home yet.
They-
I'm really curious to see how they react to this situation.
I fucking cleaned it very well, thank you.
We're just gonna
You
not
know
say
what? I
anything.
believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I cleaned it like a Pollock.
Let them know by
I
having.
don't know. Sorry, Polish people.
Yeah, we're
Very
saying
good.
something, and then I heard that thing that came out of your mouth, Jolly Green, and I have no idea how racist that was.
I don't know. Polish people are white people, right?
Anyways, so chicks of
All right.
Mandarin. The chicks of Mandarin.
So this is not the first time.
Madison.
Madison.
Yeah, dude, Mandarins.
The
fucking
chicks
A.
of Madison County.
We'll get to the Mandarins in a minute.
So let me be the conspiracy theorist here.
Oh.
Madison falling out of contention revitalizes their name a little bit by adding a female.
Okay.
In 06, was it?
When was Carmen?
05.
05?
5 was Carmen. That's
Right?
what I was trying to lead up
Yeah,
to.
they're not doing great. They're 05. They're not out of finals.
No, 04, 02, they're out of finals. 03 and 04 was sort of Madison trying to build up their reputation that they had gotten.
Exactly.
And 05 really kind of nailed it. Like, they really... fuck off.
We have to go back to 05.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, seriously, that's a point.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so
05 is when they were really trying to push back to, like, because that was the 03 and 04 were kind of weird. Like 04 especially, Madisonic, I was not a fan of that show.
no.
But 05 they go back and they're like, we're gonna put Malaguena tags into things again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like the old days, and they really went after it for that.
No, like, that was a great show.
Yeah.
Carmen Project, great show. My point is, like, they come out of finals, and then they start making their way back in, and then they include a female to get themselves in the news.
I guess
the
to get them
news
talked
of
about.
drumcore, I guess. And so, what was it? 07, they're out of finals. 08, they come back with La Noche de la Iguana.
De La
Whatever.
Iguana.
De La Iguana, right?
They're
and they're
Wisconsin,
spending
so.
they're spending all this time trying to get back into the good graces of the drum corps gods or whatever. And then they come back this year with their one female soloist. And so my question as I see this news brief is, did they choose the soloist who was the best musician for that part?
Dude, we're going to catch a lot of heat for that question. though.
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That
no,
is-
and you're not wrong either. I
I know.
You are not wrong.
I completely, like, I get it. The underlying part of that question is, did they, like, they have this list of soloists for this part, they show design with this soloist spot in mind, and they're like, let's pick a girl, because that'll be controversial, and that will get them in the news, and that will get people talking about them. And judges who, like, DCI judges, I have the utmost respect for you, even though you make some controversial decisions or whatever.
Controversial for the core.
Controversial for anything. Like DCI judges, they have a lot, like, no one's always going to agree with a DCI judge.
That's true.
Right.
Okay, so
Or any judge, for that matter.
and there's no DCI judge that goes into a show ignorant.
Okay.
So they hear all this stuff about Madison, including the female soloist, and they immediately think, what is this soloist position? Is this adding to the show? And, oh wow, Madison has a female soloist. Is that weird? Is that breaking the mold? Is that worthy of extra points?
Okay.
Where in any other corps, a female soloist is someone who auditioned for the solo spot and earned it.
Okay.
Well, in the context of Carmen, though, is that what they're doing?
No, I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No, in 05 it was Carmen, which was a guard
was a
solo
guard
position,
It's been 10 years.
which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Like,
remember.
they could-
My question, and this is a trumpet soloist position.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay. And that's all I'm thinking. Like, what if you want to be Madison and you want to be all male, and you want to continue that legacy? That's fine. There is a discussion to be had there, and we're going to get into that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to sidebar that for a few minutes.
We're going to sidebar that. That's fine. So why, if that's what you want your identity to be, would you choose one trumpet female soloist to be, like, the news of your core?
It was gonna be news either way.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Well, the thing is,
But, like,
what I feel it's going to happen to it is that my worry is rather than if you do it like what Drums on Rocks is talking about, where they're like, we need to pick a woman to do this, and it has to be a woman for this. You run into that problem again. It might not be. There's questions about, was she the right soloist or anything like that. But what you're really doing is you're boiling her down to a gimmick. This is
Yeah,
this
exactly.
is like
Yeah.
Carolina
That's the point I was
Crown.
getting at.
Yeah, Carolina Crown is like, that we announced we're going to play Gold Horns this summer. Ooh, Madison's going to have a woman on the field. Cadets are going to have black uniforms. They're all being equated the same way when they're not, because you're talking about a systematic exclusion of women from your organization for the better part of 75 years. No, fuck.
Yeah, more than that.
Yeah, I think is it 80 years this year?
They had their 75th.
Yeah, they were founded in
recent
38.
memory.
Their first competitive summer was 39, I think. So we're going up on 80 years right now.
Yeah.
That you've been trying to not keep women in the core. And now it's just sort of... That's what pisses me off about it, is that they're clearly making this into a gimmick, because fuck knows they're not going to do it again next year,
Right.
unless they get some type of massive backlash.
Yep.
So it's become a gimmick for them. It's something that, and they're going to take the kudos for it. They're like, look how progressive we're being. There's something with breasts and a vagina out there. Look how woke we are.
Yeah.
And then
They're doing it within the context of the show design.
I'm sure it will.
Like I hope there's a scripted part that has to be a woman.
It'd be kind of fucked up if they did Salome and they turned her into some type of murderous woman, seductress.
No, that's the word I was going for. Like, that entire spiel I had, the word I was looking for was gimmick.
Yeah,
gimmick
thank
is
you.
right.
Like,
Because it's, yes, please, include women in soloist
This is
spots
what
and
I'm-
in prominent positions in chorus, but don't turn it into a gimmick that you're going to take all the pats on the back for,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then
Wow.
immediately walk away from the next year.
Well, and further, and beyond that, I propose a drink to this poor girl.
So let's think about this for a second. Could this be, do you think that at some point we will see the end of all-male corps with the
No.
Cavaliers and Madison Scouts?
I think they might leave DCI. I think they would much rather... If DCI starts to bring in regulation from the top down, stating specific things about their organizations that participate, that you have to be a co-ed corps, and you can't deny somebody the opportunity to march there simply because of, gender, sexual orientation, anything like that, that you can't march DCI. If that comes down, I think Madison and the Cavaliers would rather leave and go to DCA than change.
For sure.
I think
Yeah.
they would happily take
Really?
the entire core rather than... If you talk to old Madison new Madison alumni don't really care as
Okay.
much. It's
Yeah.
less of a big deal. They're like, it was a tradition, and, it's something, like, they don't defend it. But if you talk to the dudes in the 60s and 70s, they'll lose their fucking minds about it and talk about how it's always been a brotherhood, and if it's not a brotherhood, it would be rendered meaningless.
Wow.
Do you hear, when you say those words, I know you hear it, but
Oh, yeah.
to the rest of the drum
Yep.
corps world, do you hear how when he says that, you think of a dude holding a fucking torch?
Yeah.
yeah, no, absolutely.
Some
Right?
some khaki wearing polo shirt motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's who we're talking. It's the same fucking dudes.
And we make it clear that we're not saying that the current membership or the current staff is thinking that way, but
You better fucking believe those people are making their voices heard.
Yeah.
That they're calling in.
Yeah.
And they're sending letters and writing on Facebook and bitching constantly every place they can get about women ruining things.
And their excuse is, if women want to march somewhere, they have all of these other options other than the Scouts or the Cavaliers.
That is true.
They have all those other options.
They showed up on Reddit a lot with that one. They're like, well, Madison doesn't allow women to march because they've never had much demand for it. Yes, because you said they can't march there.
Yeah. No kidding. Like,
do you
fucking
see
duh.
No, and if that's the corner you want to fight from, fine. Fight from that corner. And really, I
Die
won't
on that hill.
Yeah, I really won't
Yeah.
even argue with you much about it. Like, it's fine to me that the Cavaliers and the Madison Scouts are all male drum corps. Fine, you can keep doing that. Also, that's the reason that when I was auditioning for drum corps, I did not audition at Cavaliers.
Yes.
You know, like,
100%.
06 is one of my favorite shows. Like,
Yeah.
my first year, I had I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
But I saw the machine, and I was like, I want to do that one. That's dope. And then, like, Damp Otter came in, and he was like, the Cavaliers are an all-male drum corps. And I was like,
no,
fuck
thank you.
that. I didn't even finish the video.
Yeah, one of my best friends, like, one of my all-time, if I get married, I won't, but if I get married, we'll be a groomsman, like, best friends, March the Cavaliers, 06, 08, like, all the way through, and like, I do not understand how he did it. I don't...
I know a bunch of Cavaliers love it, and I asked them how they did it.
Yeah. There's not a chance that I would march in a drum corps with no girls, because point
likes
A,
to fuck!
I like to fuck.
He does.
And point B, like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
I
different.
can't. There's so much that the
Female women. We had this discussion.
Oh my god, that was loud.
We had this discussion at lunch and how we would
word
address
female
this.
is
The word
almost
female
unusable.
is yeah.
Female-
So women,
Neckbeards have taken the word female and turned it into something different.
Like, when
So-
we marched,
we
like,
apologize if
the fucking
we're sorry.
women were like rocking it, and we didn't want to like. We learn from each other, and we think different ways, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And we grow together.
Yeah, they taught me I liked being choked during sex.
Yeah,
You know?
like
Hence
with
the
an
belt on the
extension
stage.
cord. Oh god.
Yeah. All right. So
Something-
I forget. I've had this on the tip of my tongue for a little while. Which drum corps was the drum corps that is it Phantom that has the all female?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, now they're doing the same thing this year,
Like
too,
off
right?
and on, off and on. Like they've been.
Spartacus, they had a couple of men.
They've been
They
more.
brought one in for 05
Okay.
with Rhapsody. They had a single soloist, and then
Yeah.
they brought in 6 or 7 for Faust.
Okay.
And then they went back to all women, I think, for On Air.
Gotcha. And then there was obviously Spartacus of
No,
Spartacus.
Phantom's been off and
More
on
like
with
Farticus, am I right?
Beep, 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 beep.
Fuck you, Ellie Spartacus.
Spartacus shouldn't have even fucking met him!
Oh, there it is!
That was a 4th place show at best! Shouldn't have even fucking met him! God damn it! I will die on this hill!
Oh,
This is
good.
my studio!
We're gonna have. Oh,
God
fuck.
damn it! I didn't realize how tipsy that chair was.
I didn't realize that how close to the Vegas podcast this one was going to be.
Do not go listen to the Vegas podcast.
I do not know where we were going. I had a point to make.
So, the point I was going was, or the point that I was trying to drive to was, okay, so with Phantom being an all-female color guard, but yet they've brought in some men intermittently. Do you think that maybe they put the end to that rule, or
no?
I think.
I think the Phantom and the Cavaliers and the Madison Scouts making their gender specific sections, whatever they are, like whether it's Madison and Cavaliers being their gender specific sections being literally everyone, and the Phantom being their only female color guard. Like, the argument is always going to be, if you don't want to be a part of that, you can go somewhere else.
okay?
Like, and the problem with that in the early 2000s was that Cavaliers was winning everything.
That is true.
And so girls couldn't win. But you come back to this, and that's not a problem anymore. So whether, like, the Phantom Color Guard has their own legacy, and You know what? Honestly, they can set whatever restrictions they like. However, they are going to face the consequences of their decisions. Madison and Cavaliers face backlash every single day, I'm sure.
Yeah, this is a very great point.
From people who are like, I'm a girl, I'm a woman, I'm a female, I want to join the Cavaliers. And the Cavaliers and the Madison Scouts are like, no thank you, and except for this year if you're a trumpet soloist.
Right.
The Phantom Regiment has all these male color guard members wanting to be a part of the Phantom Regiment, I guess, kinda. And the Phantom Regiment they have the right to say no.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Well, you say they have the right.
They do.
They do.
Now
It's a private organization.
Well, you're talking.
Yeah,
If you're talking, I mean, you get into some funny, weird territory. If you're talking nonprofits,
That's a good.
So here's the thing. that I was,
I don't know nonprofit. Well, because every time everyone says nonprofit,
We
on,
need Jarrell.
Yeah, anyone says nonprofit on Reddit, immediately Jarrell is always there to be like, "Hey, here's what you think nonprofit means. Here's what it actually is." So I don't want to.
Big shout out to Jarrell.
Big ups Jarrell.
Yeah, man.
For killing it daily.
Yeah. Dude, and he posted
Got promoted.
Yeah, he got promoted. He's doing stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Jarrell. Anyways, so think about this. One of the reasons why I think that there's three organizations that we're talking about. Cavaliers, Madison Scouts, and Phantom
Sea Org.
Regiment. It's 3 drum corps out of how many world-class drum corps?
40?
24.
No, world
World class.
World class?
World class.
World
World-class
class,
drum
that's
corps.
quarterfinal.
World Star.
32, right?
But like, with open class in there, that's...
The current what's the
I don't know.
semifinals lineup? 18 plus. Blah, 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 blah. Anyways, it's only 3 drum corps out of.
None of the open class corps have any of this distinction, by the way.
Still okay. So
Yeah,
world
you're-
class. It's 3 out of. It's a
Out of
very,
every drum corps.
Yeah. So you bring up that argument of go somewhere else, and there are many more opportunities. Let's also wrap this up.
The consensus winner for the past half of the past 20 years, whether I like it or not, Blue Devils has no gender restrictions at all.
Yeah.
And they move really well.
I don't know.
Fuck you. That's
And they
not
play
the discussion.
and move at the same time.
I'm going to be the bleeding heart liberal in all this and say I think it's fucking stupid that you can restrict gender for these type of things because
Yeah, that's...
holy fuck, like what other activity like
baseball.
Hockey.
Major League
Any sport.
but we always talk about how drum corps
curling.
you really want to be a sport.
No,
It's
there's
kinda
co-ed
fucked
curling
up.
now.
No,
I
drum
just
corps is
don't-
not a sport. It's never going to be a sport.
Organizations like
And
this
it
to me,
shouldn't
this is an educational organization to
Yep.
me,
Okay.
and to me, in some you might argue the value of that education.
Sure.
But if it's an education, that's ostensibly what they say it is. It's education in musical arts.
Yes.
You're denying somebody an education based on gender because they want to go there. Maybe it's fucking closer. Maybe they live in Rosemont, or maybe they live in Madison. They don't want to travel, and they don't want to go join the fucking whatever god awful Div 3
Pioneer.
Corps. No, even lower, like the fucking Racine Scouts.
You
or
can
some
go
shit.
lower than Pioneer.
Yeah, the
Racine Scouts.
Sorry, Racine Scouts.
See, this is one of the few places that you and I disagree pretty wholeheartedly, actually.
Well,
Yeah.
because I'm a socialist, so
I think that you should be able to, basically, if I wanted to, I should be able to make a drum corps full of people that only have dicks that curve 3 inches to the left.
Oh, dude, I would
But
be
in
so
doing
in
that,
drum
you
corps.
have to pay the consequences of looking like a complete fucking dipshit when you do that.
Yeah.
And I think that the Cavaliers and the Madison Scouts aren't paying those consequences
No, they're
because
not.
of the bandos that claim to want that same
Yeah.
brand of equality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one else is upset about it.
What I would like is I would
sucks,
like
they should be.
an open class corps. I want to see 2 open class female only corps, women only,
There was one.
to eventually make their way up into the world class ranks.
I would love
to
that.
balance everything out.
Yeah.
I'd be totally cool with that. I would cheer the shit out of it and be like, "Fucking hey, that's
they
awesome!"
They would be our new mandarins.
Yes!
Like, mandarins would
Yes!
also be there, but they would be our new mandarins.
And that is
Like,
a
yeah.
I would
perfect
champion that
segue.
cause, yeah.
Champion that cause. That is a great way to put an end to that segment, and a perfect segue into this next segment. Tim Snyder to the Mandarins. Don't forget to hit up lothype.com and order yourself Drumstick. Make sure you use the discount code DRUNK and save 10%. That's discount code DRUNK to save 10% on Drumstick. Up next is the second half of the Boys Are Back in Town podcast from San Antonio. This is Saladbar on Drunkcore International Podcast.